Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be doing a bonus video going back to my favorite love, Gelish Polygel. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in, and for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. As you can see, I couldn't remove that thumbnail from the last design that we did. It's still staying strong and all the gems are on there, so I'm going to keep it on there. So today we're only going to be doing 4 fingers, which is going to be great because this is a shorter video. So today I'm using Gelish Dehydrator and Gelish Peach Bond for my prep. And I'm going to be using a Gelish Slip Solution, my most favorite slip solution. It smells like something floral, but very nice, not sticky. It evaporates. So I prefer to use that over the slips that I've used. And we're going to be using Gelish Clear. I think it's like Natural Clear Polygel. So Natural Clear is not clear. I think anything natural in life that's clear is not clear. There's always a haze. The glass that you see in your window, that is processed. So of course it's going to be the best clarity. It's a window. But if you look at natural glass on the beach, that is not clear. It has some opacity to it. And I found that out when I first got this master kit of for Polygel by Gelish. I was expecting super clear. It's not super clear. It's natural clear. And it's all right because as you can see, this Polygel is just perfect. It's perfect for the beginner. It's of high quality. You can sit a big blob like I just did for the whole nail because I hate having to go back into that tube. I've done it a decent amount of times to get enough what I need for one nail. And I can just leave it there. I can watch TV, forget what I'm doing, realize what I'm doing, and be like, oh no. And it will still be in the same position that I left it in. And that wonderful, wonderful slip solution that I'm using there, it just makes it that much better because it doesn't leave a sticky residue. As you see, I'm touching my skin with this every now and then by accident, but that stuff just evaporates. It reminds me of the nail cleanser that they also have. But that's completely different from the slip solution. I'm just saying that it feels like, you know, a less, super less intense alcohol, because it evaporates and it's gone. But, it's just enough slick for this wonderful, wonderful polygel. And I'm not talking them up. I hope one day that Gelish would just contact me and be like, hey, can we just, you know, have you use our stuff and put on a video? I mean, I would be so flattered because I really love this stuff. And anytime they come out with something, I try to use it. They just came out with a dust collector, and I would totally love to get that, but it doesn't seem right for me to do because my Melodysusie dust collector is fine and fully operational, so that's not a smart buy, unfortunately. But one of these days, I will be able to replace that Melodysusie with the Gelish nail dust collector. It's a terrible. Watch it like just croak out now, and then I'll have to replace it. But as I'm speaking with you now, so I'm going to be doing, I don't know if I'm going to do one cohesive design this weekend. I may have 4 different ones depending. What's throwing it off is that thumbnail. I didn't want to get rid of it. If I could have kept the other ones, I would have, but since my thumbnail was the one with the most pizzazz and it was on the end of my hand that I can tuck away in photos, I chose to keep that one, and it's really pretty. Like, I love that rhinestone configuration I did, so I want to keep it for that much longer. But as I'm talking here, yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do, but what I love about this system and this brand is that, again, as I'm talking here, like it's just chilling. I'm just like smoothing this sucker out, making sure that it's the most perfect that I can get it for myself, so that after I cure, it's the most minimal filing that I have to do. And of course, over time, you'll become better at polygel. Since I always switch between systems, I do get out of practice. So it's been, I don't know how long since I've used polygel, other than, oh, not that long. But it was Modelones. It wasn't Gelish. It, between brands and consistencies, it's night and day. So even if you do polygel, like if you switch to a different brand, you have to kind of adjust to that brand. So it is feeling a little awkward, but I love that it's so firm, but soft for me to put it in place, but firm enough for me to leave it there and not worry about it leveling out or moving around. Again, because it, as you can see here, this is looking like a pretty perfect nail. I mean, I love just like sitting here and perfecting the shape of the polygel before I even cure it. Does anybody else like that? Leave a comment below. But I like doing that, and especially the way that this looks. It looks like a nice matte plastic, tubular plastic that just like, you know, was made by a machine. But it's not cured yet. It's not hard. Like, so it just, it's the coolest thing. I mean, I'm liking how it's looking, and I'm getting it to where for me it's like great. And I'm very finicky, so I like to play and mess around with my polygels. And of course rhinestone placements if you've seen my videos, to where like even the smudging needs to be perfect. So um yeah, so after we do that with this nail, I'm going to be able to cure it and do that to the rest of the nails, and we're going to file it down, and I'll show you guys how I do my hand filing as well. I love hand filing better than e-filing. I feel like I have more control and I can feel it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but when you hold that file in your hand, you can just feel where your nail is at, how much more bulk is left on there. Um, and I feel like it does a better job at smoothing things out, but I'm not saying that's Bible. I'm saying that that's how I work. There are people that are like masters at e-filing, and they would say the complete opposite from what I say. But anyway, so I am so close to my milestone of 500 subscribers, and for sure, I want to do a giveaway with Gelish products. So Gelish, I don't know if like Morgan Taylor is part of Gelish, but I do have viewers there that don't use lamps, so I'm going to cater to that, and then I'm gonna do either a Gelish or a Morgan Taylor giveaway depending on what you use. So after we've cured this, I removed the nail form, and I am just using my file to crisp up these lines and remove the excess polygel that didn't quite get into place there, especially at the tip. So I love shaping nails. My, of course, favorite shape is the ballerina or coffin nail. And these are more ballerina. I think, at least in my mind, ballerina is more of a tapered tip, and a coffin is more shaped like a coffin. So that's how I kind of see it. But I feel like someone just wanted to be fancy. I think they're both the same to me, really. I mean, I can go very strict and make it look super coffin shaped and have like, you know, sharp points and stuff. Not sharp points, but sharp lines. And I've done that before, like a long time ago, probably before this channel, and it was just wasn't my cup of tea. So that was my course file, and then I'm going in with, I need new files. Yeah, don't dog on me, but these are my favorite files. You saw that I do have a new set from Hand and Nail Harmony, and I just refuse to use them because these cheapos from Amazon have worked the best for me for so long. But yeah, so I'm using that. But I'm using a medium coarse file to balance out the surface of the nail. So the coarse file was to do the crispness of the tips, and this one is to just balance out the surface of the nail. So I like to file on both sides, make sure that the edges are tapering to the edge, and that the middle or the center of the nail all the way down is not, you know, too pointy or too bulbous at its peak. I like to have kind of like a roundness, but I also like to have it a little flattened out, if that makes any sense. At the end of this video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, and I want to make sure that my C curve isn't too C curve. Like, I feel like when you follow the lines on those nail forms, it tends to give you such a deep C curve. I just like to file that down a little bit. So this last stage here is just buffing the nail with a medium buffer. And on the other side, it has a more finer side. And I'm just going to do that to remove the lines on the surface and just to soften up the edges, because I don't need to be cutting myself with these sharp edges. And to soften up the tip too, because where that the corners are at the end of your tips, if it gets super like pointy, that could hurt as well. So here I'm taking like a really fine emery board, and I just want to, like, you know, kind of soften but crisp up those lines a little bit. Sometimes over buffing will make it too nice and smooth, and I just like to keep that line nice and fresh. And I'm really liking this set here because I feel like it's a a perfect amount of thickness. So dust that off, and I'm just going to nail cleanse each nail and the underside, because today I wanted to use the Gelish foundation gel, but I didn't want to have you watch me struggle with that because I'm running out of that stuff. So I'm using Modelones base coat, and I'm putting a super thin layer. So I just did like the tip from the smile line down, and now I'm putting it on the underside of the tip. And I didn't want to have to waste time doing nail by nail because it's not like I'm doing a design right now. So I'm doing all of them fast like this. I mean, this is sped up, but I did do it fast. And then I'm just going to go a little slower on this part here. I'm just trying to get close to the cuticles. I save them for last, and I put everything as a super thin layer so that it doesn't level out towards the cuticle and it gets all messy, because I am waiting to cure longer since I'm doing all these nails at once. But that's a good kind of lazy way to go about putting a coat on all your nails with gel without having it run all over the place. You just want to start at the tips, the undersides if you do so, and then save the base of the nail last. Also putting a thin layer so that it doesn't level out on your nail and hit those cuticle areas. But this is about it. This is my gelish moment. And I love using this stuff, and I will continue using this brand because it's worth the money, trust me. And that gooseneck lamp that you see me use, I mean, I've used it for so many other crazy things that I do with my nails that I definitely made my money's worth. And yes, this isn't super clear, but they do have other colors if you want to check them out. And trust me, you'll love using these. And I'm not trying to sell it. It's just I really love using these. So I had so much fun doing this. And I can't wait to put designs on them this weekend. So we'll see what we're gonna do. I'm not too sure yet with that thumbnail. This is the end look. Look at that. So nice. So perfectly, like, not too thick, not too thin. Nice and rounded, kind of flat. Just the way that I like it. These are so great. Well, thank you so much for watching. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And join me again this weekend where I do post my real weekend video with a new design. Thanks. Bye.